Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Kyra, and today we're going to be reviewing Rampage. Now, I actually like this movie, guys. I went into this movie thinking it was going to be pretty dumb, and actually, it's pretty dumb, but it was a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun in this movie, and I didn't think I was going to have this much fun. I mean, I was expecting, if you don't know what this movie's about, it's based on the arcade game back in the 80s, Rampage, the creatures, you got your wolf and your lizard and your, gorilla or monkey or whatever you want to call them, jumping on buildings, smashing buildings. That's what you had to do, is smash the buildings and fight helicopters and stuff like that. It was a fun game. It's one of my favorite arcade games, the stand-up arcade games. But when they said they were going to make this premise a movie, I thought this is going to be ridiculous. I mean, like straight, sci-fi channel type stupidity, like Sharknado type. And it really wasn't. I was really surprised. Now, when you have The Rock in your movie, you got to have at least some kind of, good wheels turning to have that kind of high caliber talent in your movie. And not really talent. I use that term loosely when it comes to The Rock. I mean, he has star power. There's no doubt about it. He is a sensation. And I love the movies that he's in. I've enjoyed a lot of them. Some of them are but most of his movies are really good. And so I went into this movie thinking it was going to be, kind of like Jumanji. And that's a perfect comparison. Well, maybe not perfect comparison, because Jumanji is better than this movie. But I had a lot of fun. It's really fast paced, honestly. There's one little dip in like the first hour. There's a little like slow moment, and I'm like, okay, don't just pump the brakes so fast, Let's pick up the pace again. And sure enough, they start picking up the pace, and it just, boom, just steamrolls into the third act. The third act of this movie is friggin' amazing. I mean, not like Oscar caliber actor talent. The actors in this movie are horrible, except for The Rock. He's pretty good for the role he plays. He's the trainer of the monkey that ends up, the serum or whatever, the gas like hits him and turns him into a big gorilla that's going crazy. But I enjoyed his character. I thought his character was really well done for the type of movie that he was put in. The villains of this movie, which are like the two corporate overlords, or brother and sister, they were terrible, like real campy. And whenever they spoke, and when you see this guy's facial expressions, and you'll know what I mean if you watch this movie, and you see that, once you see that guy's face, he has one of those faces that you just want to smack the guy. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just, he just has one of those pompous attitude faces that just drives me crazy. And every time he was on camera, I was just like, oh, I was just getting quivery in my chair. Just like, gosh, man, get off the screen. Give me more action. And sure enough, they'd give me more action. Almost as fast as I could say it, they'd give me some more. So this movie was definitely a lot of action, a lot of big set pieces. I was very impressed with the digital CGI work on the monsters. They did a really superb job on making these things look real. At least for my standards, I thought it was well done for their budget and for the type of movie that it is. It's not Lord of the Rings, it's not Star Wars or anything like that. It's just this little campy throwaway movie. But actually, I don't think it's actually a throwaway movie. Now, granted, I don't think it's worth seeing in the theater. I don't think you guys should run out and see this in the theater, because you'll probably think it wouldn't be worth your money. It's worth my money to see these kinds of stuff, because I love this kind of stuff, and it's worth it for me just so I can see it soon enough so I can bring you guys a review for it. So it's worth it to me, but I would tell you to just wait for it to come out on VOD, or buy it on Blu-ray or something, so you could watch it at home on your big screen, and maybe you can even watch this movie with your kids. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's an adventure movie. It's not going to win any Oscars. It's probably not going to win any awards by any stretch of the imagination, but you can have a good time watching it. And I think that's what is important for a lot of movies. You know, I've seen a lot of great, intense movies this year. I've seen 6 movies this year. And, you know, this making my 6th one. And they've been real hard-hitting and really great. And I can honestly say it was kind of refreshing to get a kind of a fun, turn your brain off, don't have to think about it, don't have to worry about production levels and all this stuff. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff with this movie. Is it going to be great? I mean, is it going to be the best movie I've ever seen? Is it going to be the worst movie you've ever seen? It's not going to be either of those. It's going to be right there in the middle where you can sit back, eat some popcorn, enjoy the movie, and just have a good time. And sometimes movies are about that. And that's why I'm going to give this movie a 7.5. It's not terrible, but it's not the best movie ever. But I had a great time, so I got to give it kind of a high rating for my experience that I had watching it. I walked out of the movie with a smile on my face and was like, wasn't as bad as I thought. I actually had a lot of fun. I felt like I was in and out of the theater. You know, it's, like I said earlier, real fast pace. But what do you think, guys? Are you planning on seeing Rampage? Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen Rampage? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, you know, remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, guys, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!